Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in this crazy world. So I'm coming to you with some sad and unexpected news, probably what you have already heard already because it is breaking news and it is sad. And despite my thoughts on the royal family and my thoughts on King Charles III, at the end of the day, cancer effing sucks. It's I feel like everyone knows somebody who has been affected by cancer in some part of their body. It could be any and everywhere, you know what I mean? So we're sitting and we get this news that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. They are saying that it's not prostate cancer, if I'm remembering correctly, because as we know, he just had his enlarged prostate surgery like last week. And it went well. He walked out with Camilla. They were holding hands. They were waving. He looked fresh. All of those things. And then we get news that he has a cancer diagnosis. I don't see where they have specifically said which one, but let me pull up the statement from Buckingham Palace. During the King's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer. His Majesty today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. Throughout this period, His Majesty will continue to undertake state business and official paperwork as usual. The King is grateful to his medical team for their swift intervention, which was made possible thanks to his recent hospital procedure. He remains wholly positive about his treatments and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. His Majesty has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and in the hope it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer, which are way too fucking many. So this was a good statement. I feel like, while we don't need to know what form of cancer, they have told us that there's cancer, any way you fucking shake it. And like he said, he's grateful to his doctors with their swift intervention because hopefully it's a case where it's like an early detection and they can just, eradicate it and like he can move on with his life, They do have him not doing public facing duties, but he's going to be doing like the back work, the paperwork and everything like that. So this is like a huge blow. The royal family has just really had a go of it. Even like Sarah Ferguson, myeloma, we still really don't have a clear understanding of what's happening with Kate. And now the King, we thought it was going to be okay. He had his surgery, it seemingly went well, and then cancer. They're having a rough go of it. And the parties of the working royals, like, it's dwindled, like there's only but so many of them and they are all of older age. So I thought it was that William was going to be taking a step back from public duties because of what's going on with Kate. So does that mean he's now going to have to step up? Is it going to be a case where, they're saying he wants to come back publicly, but like, maybe I'm thinking too far. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to put stuff out there like that. But it's all very interesting, the timing of all of this happening. It's kind of insane, right? Like, what's like now? Like, it's like, does someone pull a switch and like, it's the wildest thing. And so we do have reports that the King did share personally his diagnosis to his children, which I was happy to hear. I am seeing also that Harry is supposed to be making a trip to the UK within the coming days, given this news. And I'm like, you know what? I've said this in multiple other videos. Like, at the end of the day, life is so short. And when it comes to health, it kind of like puts a light bulb up in people's head because you start realizing, okay, well, he's not going to be around forever. That's my dad. He's not going to be around forever. Or in King Charles's, like, he can start thinking about his mortality or whatever and want to reconnect with his kids and get his family together, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. All this other bullshit, fighting in the press, the headlines, who said this, who said that, like, really at the end of the day, doesn't really matter at all. If you don't have your health, like, it's just so important. And hopefully it is a case of early detection. And like he said, I thought it was interesting for them to put this: His Majesty has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and in the hope it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer. I don't want to say that's like shade, but I kind of feel like it is kind of like to possibly Kate in a situation, because there is so much speculation going on with that. Hearing things from like eating disorders, mental breakdowns, to like freaking her being in a coma. There's so much speculation there, and I thought it was interesting that they put this line at the end that he has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent this speculation. Because we all thought he was good to go. You know what I mean? Him and Camilla walking out the hospital, waving, and he looked fresh as a daisy. So like, we weren't really in a speculation. I guess we would have speculated if we hadn't seen him in a minute, but it got a call. But I think that we eventually would have speculated if we hadn't seen him for a minute. So there's that. But it's very curious how all of this is playing out. And we're gonna continue to watch, and shit's gonna shake out the way that it fucking shakes out. There's only so long that it can keep closed what's happening with Kate, because sometimes the speculation is gonna get worse than what's actually happening. So it's better just to tell people before people start this like imagination, start making just a bullshit because they're not being told what's happening. So then they just start making stuff up. But People magazine did an article saying Prince Harry will travel to the UK to see his father Charles amid his father's cancer diagnosis. I'm sure he would leave Meghan at home. I feel like that would be appropriate. King Charles 75 personally informed both of his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, about his cancer. Prince Harry is headed to the UK as his father, King Charles, begins treatment following his cancer diagnosis. The Duke of Sussex, 39, will travel to London in the coming... That's just repeating itself. The monarch has also informed his 3 siblings, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward, personally. And that's kind of all it has says. It's crazy. His coronation was May 2023. That feels like so long ago. Almost a year ago. But like, damn, it's almost... Time is like... I feel like time is not real. Oh, you guys want to see my kitty? You probably can't even see her because she's so dark, but she's grooming. I love her so much. This is Blair. And she's such a joy. She's grooming, so I don't think she's going to turn around. But I love her so much. She's just adorable. But like, it's really hard to photograph a black cat. And I don't have the light on right now, but she's just precious. Guys, sad things, you know. There's a lot that can be said that I'm not going to say, simply because it just wouldn't be tasteful, you know, or tactful, or whatever the word is. I'm sure you know exactly what it is that I could be saying, but I'm not, because it's unnecessary. And you know, it's not in any way a good scenario when someone is diagnosed with cancer, you know, anything. My sympathies go out to him, the family. I really hope that it is like an early detection situation, you know, they're positive about, it sounds like they're positive, you know, about the situation and the diagnosis and treatment and so on and so forth. So, yeah. And I have seen some nasty negative things online, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to stoop so low as to like being like the other party and how low that they can get, you know? So I hope that people online kind of think about what the hell they're saying, especially when it comes to health. Who is screaming bloody murder outside? What is happening? But yeah, it's just a lot. So sad situation. I really hope that it brings the family together and they stop this foolishness, because at the end of the day, the royal family could really use Harry and Meghan's help right about now. Okay? And I hope that they can come to terms and grips and fuck everybody else's feelings out here who have something to say, and they just do what's best for their family. So I shall leave it at that. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, tough news.